Weird.
Joe's
right.
God at Mario Party minigames. It's ridiculous.
We are live. We had a blurb in there. That. Oh my good gracious.
Rest in lake beds.
Rest in lake beds. Thank you for the, what is that? 400?
$400,000.
$400,000. 40 bits. I can't add, so. He says new top donator. 445 bits. But the top is extra 605. That's broken. Oh well.
No, I was previous tap and still donated more, which they don't get additive because I didn't take them all at once.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to beat that high score.
No,
fuck off. You're the new top donor. You're not the new top cheer.
Do you have a PayPal set up, Matt?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, that top dono spot. That's where I'm going to stay.
I don't know how that works.
Let's get this death on the road.
You can all die. I'm a mage.
Samesies.
Throwing that out there. Halverick, thank you for the follow. You did that off stream.
Oh, hey.
Welcome, everyone, to our D&D stream. Which I totally messed up everything again. That's okay.
I don't think we've done adequately, so everybody start donating.
Yeah. Leafjack needs new games.
I just prefer if he didn't kill the party.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's bribes, like Ray said in chat.
No, it's microtransactions.
Transactions. How to survive.
To our dear Lord.
If you'd rather not die and continue the story, pay another $9.99.
If you would like to level, please pay $50.
This is our new leveling pack.
Hey Matt, how much do I have to pay to unlock being Darth Vader?
What was it? 4,000 hours or something? There you go.
4,000? Damn.
I think it was like,
was
what,
40.
40 hours? 40 hours
Yeah,
or $5, because that's equivalent.
Hey, do you have your $25 sub button or like a emote yet?
No, I don't. I only have
you
the
should
one.
make that EA Leafjack.
Yes. Before we get too deep again, this is session 10. Again, this is session 10. This is session 10, and again, if you are not caught up, go to bit.ly/LeafjackGaming to go to our YouTube page and make sure you're caught up. Welcome again to In Hoc Signo Vinces. Let's get started as soon as we can. I've already delayed 5 minutes or so more than I wanted to because I'm a derp and I didn't set up like I should have.
It's okay.
No debate on that topic. You are a derp.
All right.
Last time we left off, you had entered the mages war camp type thing under, well, you can assume to be under the lake as you delve down a pretty steep path of stone directly towards the lake. It's pretty obvious this was made with magic, as if it wasn't, you'd probably be drowning.
Yes.
Currently,
I mean, is it more than a dwarf could do?
well, the entrance of the lake, of this tunnel, was right on the lake, and it's not straight down and then over. It's a steady incline. So there's some sort of magic that's allowing you to go and not go into the lake itself. Or perhaps they made a stone tunnel that goes through the lake. Something like that. Currently we have the mages leading the party as they have convinced the guards that were in the front guarding the entrance of this hideout that the three non-mages, the two Templars and Far Traveler, were their prisoners. We had some really good charisma-based rolling, a nat 20 that allowed the party to get through with ease. As you guys are heading down, you're alone. It is dark. at this point. So you will have to have a torch out in one hand for those who can't see.
Perfect. I will whip a torch out and light it.
Okay. So the stonework again is very smooth, almost perfectly smooth. The only part that's not is the ground below you, where there's slight roughness for traction. All the walls around you are dampened by the surrounding lake, and you can imagine that's going to probably be this case while you're under here. While you are traveling in this tunnel alone, is there anything you guys want to do?
I'm gonna drop one arrow.
You're gonna drop an arrow? Okay.
Just
Is there any certain way you want to do that? You want to like put it in the ground? You want to just let it go, or
like a breadcrumb kind of idea. That's my idea. I just want to have something that marks like, hey, this is where I've been.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else doing anything at this point?
No.
Nah.
Okay. As you travel down this path, it takes a little while, longer than you would think. Maybe not. It is a good sized lake, until you see a light in the distance. That's kind of lighting up at the end of your passage. Okay.
So how many minutes passed since this time?
It was a good 5-minute walk. It wasn't too long, just a little ways. If you were to run it, you could probably do it in half the time, maybe faster. But you will be going. Probably not a great plan to do so.
Oh, I'm gonna put on my red cloak.
Okay.
I almost forgot again.
Do you guys want to heal up at all? It's showing me that you have. Are you guys beat up still from the last fight?
I'm down 8 HP.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not down a ton or anything, so I've already been healed one.
Gotcha. Okay. Just making sure we're all ready to go. This is probably going to get.
We're gonna charisma the hell out of this. We're not gonna fight anybody.
That sounds good. Yes.
I thought it was adding to our disguise that all of us were a little bit roughed up.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Could be.
Except Jacked, who is fine.
I am perfectly alright. I'm a mage. I don't get hit in the face. Come on.
Tell us of the mages that you've killed.
I'm a slightly better one.
I stand by the fact they killed themselves with their own fire. All 3 of them.
Sure. All right. Once you guys get to the entrance, immediately the mages feel a sense of power coming from the air itself, as if this area is the air itself is laden with magic. The Templars, who have hidden away your amulets on your person, you can actually feel those grow warmer than usual, noticeably warm. Bartolomeo, you're kind of out of luck. You don't notice. Okay, so as you kind of peer into this opening, it's a very large underground cave. And you can see the other side. It's probably 100 feet away. However, between you and that is what you can see as about 50 people running around doing one of 4 things. And these 4 things will... The first thing, there is a pool of water. Gosh dang it, distractions. There's a pool of water which has a couple of mages casting a ritual type spell the water in certain spots is kind of pluming up. And after some time, a elemental is formed. And the elemental, after it's fully formed, goes and kind of floats across the water and then down back into it. You don't know where that.
Like bubbling like a fountain, or like.
You can kind of think of it as a fountain as it bubbles up, and then that fountain takes shape. And this is happening in multiple places. The next place is actually a pool of lava and fire. You can even feel heat from here. You see mages very similar to the other mages, except they have a slight aura around them. There seems to be some sort of heat protection, and a similar thing is happening there. The next thing that's happening is there was what could be described as a rock quarry of jagged stone and different chunks of rock from the surrounding area. And this part is a little pushed back as if they're kind of gathering stone as they go. And there are, again, these mages around the stone blocks, and the blocks kind of sharpen into creatures of earth element. And then they kind of dig into the earth and disappear. And then the last section, there is a tunnel, which you can hear faint whisper of wind, and the conjurer is using the tunnel as an air tunnel to gather air elementals in the same fashion.
Okay. You weren't kidding when you said the elements are on their side.
That's a little scary. Not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, consider how badass that water elemental was.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one elemental sent me into space.
So I'm just gonna kind of show you guys what these mages look like. I should hit the right button when I do that. There we go.
Oh, badass.
Their stabs glow the color of the representative element as they work. There are other mages, it seems, around them, more apprentice-typed mages.
So we only witness one of those type of mages per element? Or are there a lot of them?
Each section has 5 to 10.
5 to 10. Okay.
Mages like that.
So I don't think those are the archmages then. Maybe they could. I don't know. Maybe
we're in deep. That's all I can tell at this point. We are in deep.
Yeah, this is gonna be rough.
The type of magic.
A lot of...
Go ahead. Oh, there's a lot.
There's a lot of.
I mean, our mission is now done, isn't it? We can just leave.
Well,
no,
actually, our mission is
done,
to
right?
Our mission is to figure out what it is and stop it. So sabotage.
Technically,
so we want to figure out what they're summoning, how many, and how we can stop it and disrupt it / hinder them if we can.
Yeah, but weren't we specifically told that we were just doing recon?
Flecken is technically correct. Our mission is actually complete right now. The only thing is, if we can, we should disrupt it. But if we cannot, we're not under orders to do so.
Yes.
So basically what that means is if we can bail at any time, we want to go as far as we can, but we're set if anytime we need to bail.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, there is one other detail I forgot. And this is kind of important. Each section has a vat, like a large steel vat, that's at least 20 feet tall. You can't tell what's in it, but each one of these vats connects to the element that they're associated with, and it seems to be feeling it in some way. Also, the apprentices are bringing materials, gems, mostly gems, to kind of harness the power and help their what seem to be the masters, the conjurers, if you want the magical school.
The giant vats. do they seem to be connected to each other, or do they have something feeding into them?
Oh yes. So the vats. So what's happening is there's a pathway, and then on each side there's two elements: water, fire, earth, wind. And there's a steel catwalk over them, and every once in a while you'll see a apprentice mage run up and feel it with something, though it's very hard to tell what, and just pour things into it.
So there's two vat.
There's four vats.
Okay, got it.
Is it possible to see where the apprentices who are pouring stuff into the vats are coming from?
Yes. They actually come from some other room. They seem to be actually running in through the wall, like not setting an illusion, but like there's a hole in the wall that's connected to the edge of the catwalks, and they run back and forth down the catwalks and back through the hole in the walls. There's only two holes, two catwalks.
I'm gonna tap Ellie on the shoulder and point towards those openings.
I will acknowledge the tap.
Okay.
So, where do we want to be headed with? No one else knows we claimed him as prisoner, right?
Well,
I guess we don't have to stick with that story while we're down here. We just had to use that to get past the guard.
well,
True enough, but the Templars are wearing full emblazoned Templar plate.
Sure are.
Yeah.
They sure are.
Yeah, we are. Also, so how does is there any way that, like, what in the world is that?
Those are the apprentices. Yes, it's a beautiful face. Those are the apprentices. That's the garb they're wearing, and they all wear similar garbs. Some of them are like tattered in different ways, but
I think I just found the EA Leafjack symbol.
So
technically we don't have to escort these guys anywhere still, but I mean that's kind of our golden ticket right now. So I guess we could try and take a tour of the facility. Is this like, are there passageways leading all over the place more than we could see, like the ones that Far Traveler pointed out to Ellie?
So far, there's only the three: the two on the catwalks and the one main one across the way.
Okay. The way we came from, or across the room?
Across the room.
Okay.
I guess if you count the one you came from, there's four.
Okay, Dwarven expertise time. How solid does, like, the walls and the floor look?
They seem of solid stone. Just looking down the earth elemental section, the stonework seems to go deep. You seem deep enough that you're under the lake. And the ceiling seems pretty strong. I keep forgetting to mention things, even though I had this in mind. On the ceiling, there are little like will-o-wisps kind of floating around on top, giving light. They're much brighter than will-o-wisps, but they are the primary source of light, other than the fire and lava in the one corner.
Is this chamber a hollow dome, or are there structural supports all the way up to the cavern ceiling?
It's a hollowed dome.
Okay.
That seems like full poopy. I say in Dwarvish.
I actually ask you in Dwarvish, does that seem like something possible?
No, this is dumb. Whoever made this has no respect for the art.
That's 100% correct.
So we can surmise that it's probably being held up by magical means?
Yes.
That's really good news.
Actually,
tis like we can work with that.
Are we still being escorted by guards?
No, you never were.
No, they never accompanied us.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna lean over and ask Jekt. So, what's holding this place up? Does it seem to be magic? Or, I mean, is that the type of thing that would be an ongoing thing? Would it need a live mage to continually keep it going?
Would I know something like that, Leaf?
So you're pretty sure that this was created using a mixture of transmutation and abjuration, both of which, with enough time and effort, could be fairly permanent. Maybe not forever,
So-
but quite a time.
So it's more of like some sort of focus that's holding it up. It's not anybody that's channeling something.
Yeah,
Okay.
you might be able to investigate the walls themselves to maybe find these maybe marks or runes holding them up, but it would take some time as they would look like stonework or part of the stonework.
Unless you have stone cutting. But it
Or
would take like a lot of time to search, but yeah.
Well, we could use walking along the walls as a guise to get through this chamber in order to not disrupt, in quotes, their rituals, because we're
Also-
supposed to be heading towards the boss of this area.
Also,
Okay.
we could use signals from the Templars amulets to, like, hey, we're getting warmer or colder, with either more vibration or more heat. So it's probably heading towards a more powerful source.
That might work too. Yeah, I mean, regardless, I think probably the best plan is to skirt the wall then.
Agreed.
And then while we're going, I'm gonna keep an eye out for any sort of runes or markings in the walls.
I will assist him.
Okay. One second. So going around the walls will not be easy without getting into the sections of the elemental stuff. If you go to the right, you'll run into fire, lava, and water, and if you go to the left, you'll run into their giant stones. One is definitely the left is easier to go around, but it's not like you can walk around the walls too great without being in the way.
The rituals are pushed to the walls when there's a central path.
Correct.
Okay, that makes it harder then.
I'm sorry if that was not clear.
No, it's good. So that main path that we would take, are there apprentices or the apparent overseers?
So that seems to be where most of the apprentices are. There are a couple of what you could consider overseers, but they seem to be more like glorified apprentices that just kind of take note of what's going on around. Because if you think of it in terms of like hospitals, you got the main guys, the
Orderlies?
the orderlies or the fellows or whatever, and then you got the interns and the residents.
So Hogwarts, students and prefects.
Yeah.
No? Okay.
And then teachers are the actual people doing things, I guess, if you want to think of it that way.
Perfect. So what do you guys want to do? Kind of parade through the center or what?
I mean, I don't know about any specific strategy to lay out. My resolution to our current situation would just be to roleplay with NPCs.
Pretty much.
Is just to just approach and then start asking questions. And start, direct us to where we need to be, kind of. But I wanted to get everybody through all their questions before I started to try to do any role playing.
So I'm kind of worried that since we're in here, directions. Did Itsumu and I want to say Noki something. Anyway, the two guys that were at the front, they gave us directions to where we needed to go. Is that correct?
No.
Hiroki and Isamu.
No, Isamu.
Yeah.
I
Hiroki and
don't know
Isamu.
if they would give you directions because they think you came from here.
Yeah, they just said take him to the
Yeah.
boss.
Yeah. Well, if they said go to the boss. I'm assuming the biggest, most direct path would take us there, but I'm not sure. Do you guys feel your amulets tugging any one way or the other?
Everywhere. This is an awful place.
Thok looks like he's very uncomfortable and like wants to just kill all these people, but he's, restraining himself.
Are there apprentices that are just standing around like that don't seem to be super busy with any specific thing?
Not really. Everyone seems to have some sort of purpose, if it's resource gathering or there are some that seem to be like looking at the materials that they're working with, like the rock people, but everyone seems to have a job.
The biggest loser apprentice that I can't let, like, I just look out through the crowd and I find whichever one is doing the least for the cause here. I'm gonna just forcefully grab him, push him forward, and say, "Take us to the boss. I got something to show him."
Go ahead and make a perception check to see what type of biggest loser you find.
This is gonna be great.
Is there any way I can assist or look as well?
You can look as well to assist. Kind of be like, there.
What's your wisdom?
Not very
Me?
high.
Okay. You know what? Screw the rules. Can I just do it at advantage?
Yeah, you can use his help as advantage.
Wow, it still didn't go well. Better than average, I guess.
18's totally solid in 5th edition.
That wasn't supposed to be.
I wasn't taking Fox help, though.
No, he's taking Jack's help, so Jack's roll is actually for him, but it's the same. So Ellie and Jack are like trying to point him out, like, oh, maybe that guy. And Doc's like, hey, he looks like an idiot, and then points at this guy is just kind of like eating a bagel, while like kind of holding out materials for his master.
So as I point him out, I'm like, takes one to know one.
Yeah, so I'll just grab him by the shoulder, shove him forward in front of our group here, and say, "We destroyed an amulet. Take us to the boss. We gotta show him."
So currently, this guy is working with his boss at the lava pits, and his boss is like, "But he's an idiot, but I need him."
He'll be back in a moment. I've been out for a little while. I don't remember where I'm going.
Make a deception check.
I'm down for that.
Teeth grind.
There you go.
This is what I'm good at.
All right. Let's see here. No, it's just that. So I don't think he can beat you. Oh.
Came close.
That was also a good roll.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a +8. Kind of looks at you. Looks at what you've got. Fine, take him. He's useless anyways. And he just grabs the materials that the guy was holding and starts doing it himself. Whatever magical stuff he was using them for.
It's a long day.
Where am I taking you, my lord?
Yes, my lord.
Yes, my lord.
Righto.
Who do you think you'd take me to if we destroyed an amulet? Come on.
I don't know. He starts walking down the path to the main exit.
All right, buddy, come here.
Hmm?
Where's the boss?
Over to the boss? And he points to his master. He's the boss.
Okay, where's your boss's boss's boss?
Starts like counting in air. Oh boy. That way. He points down to the exit.
Damn.
I'll say in Dwarvish to Ugin, I'm pretty sure I could be a mage if this is all it takes.
I know.
exit as in the opposite side of where you guys came in, not the way you came in.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I mutter under my breath to the far traveler in Dwarvish that it's not as easy as it looks.
I give Jack the surprised look. I didn't realize we all spoke Dwarvish.
Like, you guys have been speaking to Dwarven the entire time. I'm like, yeah, I know what you're saying. Just doing the 13th warrior type thing. Just don't all of a sudden insult your mom in Dwarvish.
So I speak Abyssal. Do I hear any Abyssal stuff going on?
Not next to you. Not around.
Like just around the room.
It's quite loud in here. You'd have to actually get next to people to hear things.
Okay.
But from what you can tell, no, everything seems to be in some arcane language.
Okay.
Latin of some sort.
Latin.
Probably Elvish.
Hey, I know that language. You'd certainly hope I did, at least.
They could
All right,
come
let's
to
follow the idiot.
Well, he's going out towards the exit, isn't he?
Not the entrance we came in, though, but the exit to the room. The room's exit.
your exit, as in to leave from where you entered, not to go up back out your way.
Okay.
How about instead of using the words exits, we say east, west, north, south?
Okay, so you guys headed west into this room, and the entrance or the passage he's talking about continues west. There you
go. I like it.
We will continue west.
Too much sense was made today.
Wait, isn't the boss Weast?
Yes.
Jeez.
Oh yes, Primordial or Aquan, Urin, Terran, or Ignin, depending on the area in this case. That makes sense. Okay, so he takes you...
Follow the Nublord.
Okay. He kind of... He's just a regular human. A little bigger set, but nothing too bad. So he takes you through this passage, and as you head west, the opening there goes into another passageway that doesn't go too far, about 20 feet, before it opens into another cavern about the same size. Here, however, instead of the different elements in the corners, on the north there's some what seems to be conjuring circles, and same both north and south there seems to be conjuring circles in the same pattern or same way of the other place. However, there's only 2 vats, and there's another path that continues west. Here there is a significant amount of drow, as well as those same conjurers that from the other room.
And what elements are being
Instead of elements, you see a variety of nasty creatures of what seem to be the Abyss and the Infernal Planes, or the 9 Hells.
That sounds like Abyssal to me.
Yes, in here you definitely understand quite a bit of Abyssal, of just summoning magic, calling upon different creatures.
Wait. So they're summoning demons and devils in this room?
Actually, it wouldn't be devils, it'd probably be Fae. That's actually probably better. So you hear Sylvan on the other side, and then demons on the one.
I know that other language.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Devils, in my mind, are separated as more divine, and demons to be more arcane.
That makes a certain amount of sense.
But yes, you definitely hear Abyssal to the north and Sylvan to the south. You see a variety of creatures of Sylvans or Fae.
Dang it.
Different types.
That would have been fun. We could have started
berries.
the Blood War.
Yeah. Are there still those containers of unknown substance in this room as well?
Yes, even this room. There's 2 bats with a catwalk.
And we can't see what's inside of it still, yeah?
No.
Okay.
Just call out to Dummy. Hey, what's in the vats?
Oh, different materials for summoning, as well as things to help with improving and getting deeper into the worlds we're summoning from.
You should take. Where do those catwalks go?
All the way down to the materials.
You should take us to that room.
I thought I was taking you to boss.
I
We have
love
to
that.
make a detour.
The bosses told us to meet him in the material room.
I love that the idiot mage is just freely talking to the Templars.
I know.
It's, like, it's all good.
He's probably not even looking back at who he's talking to,
So
honestly.
much.
He's
This is
not.
so-
He just, when he hears that question, he starts like pointing to what he's talking about and just keeps talking and walking.
This is great.
Okay, I will take you to the materials room.
Perfect.
He just keeps walking. Yeah, demons and devils fight nonstop.
This
demons...
whole find the idiot thing is working out really well.
Yeah.
So he takes you down the rest of the way. You get some looks, but with the escort and with your look of purpose, most people don't pay you any mind. They seem to be pretty busy themselves. Demons hate everyone, including demons. That's right. So the next room is a little different. It has... it's about half the size, and inside of it are a couple of tables. Actually, just one big table. Sorry, to the north of you, going west to east. And on one side, there is some very handsome and almost beautiful creatures, arguing with, on the other side, more seductive creatures.
Is this the materials room?
No. There's no vats, there's just this table, and they seem to be kind of at each other's throats, and every once in a while you'll actually see something from the more south side kind of come up and like throw, and then it hits this barrier that separates the two sides, and they seem to be just arguing at each other.
Anything discernible that you can hear?
The languages are a mix of abyssal and celestial. But if you don't speak it, you don't know.
I speak abyssal.
Or sorry, infernal, not abyssal. Infernal.
Damn right.
Oh, so this is where the devils are.
And
this could work.
this could work. Oh man.
And celestials too. So
this is very odd. These are technically divine creatures, and they aren't they're not arcane in any way. So having them in this area together even is a very bad sign, very bad omen.
Do they seem to be bound at all in any way?
Well, you said they were contained by some sort of force, right?
They're separated by some sort of force. They don't seem to be walking away, but it's likely if they're not walking away, it's because they're contained or bound.
Can I figure out the nature of those force fields?
Who's around?
This room is empty otherwise. There is a catwalk. The two catwalks you run by, and every once in a while you'll see someone hurriedly run across as if they're trying to avoid dying or something.
I think this is our point.
Do we want to explore the facility more?
Yes. As long as we can, we want to. But I think our escape plan should be drop, like, even just drop the celestial barrier and use the chaos to book it out of here.
Yeah, because we still have amulets.
So
Yep.
I'm thinking that I'm starting to formulate a plan, which is try and find
Oh wait.
the source that's holding it up, and then whatever material they're using for summoning, and they keep funneling in and putting into these vats, somehow throw or use some sort of alchemical mixture to, put a nugget of something that reacts incredibly violently once it's thrown in.
Ooh,
Like, put it in the pile and then let them throw it in eventually.
that could work. Okay, yeah, let's continue to the materials room then.
But then we drop the celestial barrier and then we make our way out in the chaos.
You could, yeah, just to have an escape plan. But
As
if
an
everything
escape
if everything goes
after.
swimmingly, I don't think we'll even have to worry about that.
Well, the question is, how are you going to get us back out?
Yeah, I'm worried about leaving with Templars.
So what we might be able to do is, if it's possible that because they're mages, they might have like some kind of teleportation circle somewhere. So might be able to use that in some kind of way. We can take a mage hostage and make it like teleport us away.
I mean, we do have.
Hold on,
levels.
did you just call a mage it? I'm offended.
I'm getting in character.
So I don't know if anybody like Ugin maybe can sense exits to a cave. I don't know, because there has to be more than one entrance and exit to this place. So maybe there's something close by that we can dip out of if stuff starts to go down. I don't know if that's a thing.
I don't know.
Hey, how are those catwalks held up?
There are metal, like, ropes attached to the ceiling from the catwalks. Cables.
How close are they to, like, height-wise? How close are they to us?
So they're 20 feet at the walk. There's a handle for about 4 feet up, and then from there, 15 feet or 10 feet from the handle to the ceiling.
Okay.
Okay. Is there any way to the catwalk from where I am? Or is it like running through this?
It runs through. You're kind of expecting there to be a stairway up in the materials room at this point, because it seems to be where they're coming from.
Okay. Backup plan, in case we don't find a way to make things go explodey. Why don't we just dismantle the catwalk before we cause chaos? At least cause a rupture in their plan here.
Not right now, right?
No, not this moment. Not this moment. Anyway, just a thought.
All right, so I wrote down kind of a list of ways we can fuck over this place, and if you want to add to it, let me know. So we can collapse the ceiling somehow if we dispel some kind of thing that's keeping it up. We can dispel the barriers between devils and celestials and have them fuck shit up. We can fuck up the materials for the summoning so that it'll kind of ruin what they're summoning. Kind of, I think that's what you said, right, Jack?
Right.
Okay. And we can attempt to dismantle the catwalks and just cause an inconvenience.
On the same level of dismantling catwalks, but more than just inconvenient, we could find a way to block off the materials room from the rest of the place.
Well, if they did some sort of magical excavation, I'm sure if we caused a cave in, they could just clear it pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
nothing says that this place was made quickly.
Forcing them to expend resources right now is better than them having them in a war that's literally on the front door.
No, I agree. But I think that we are in a position to cause much greater damage than just a hindrance to their production.
Yeah, I agree with Jack.
Mm-hmm. Can't argue with that.
Are we going to keep continuing our tour?
Onward to the materials room. Or onward to whatever's next.
Okay. The guy just keeps walking while you guys are kind of whispering or whatever at each other, thinking or whatever. And he kind of halfway turns back, without fully turning back, goes, I don't like this room. There's lots of arguing. I don't like arguing. They're always fighting, but that's what we get for putting devils and angels together, I guess.
Have you tried giving them a bagel?
He was eating bagels. He loves bagels.
He does love his bagels. He points to the table and says, we supplied them with bagels, but all they do is fight. They don't even eat.
Seems like a waste of good bagels.
I agree.
They're so mean. They're so mean.
Yeah. He moves forward down to the west, continuing down the west passage. Another 20-foot long passageway opens up into a room. Here, there's a good amount of these apprentices waiting there in line to gather materials and then waiting in line to get onto the catwalk. Here, there are stairs up to the catwalk, and those disappear to the east. The different materials, different stones, different it's a lot of stones from, you can think of like elemental cores and other like blood diamonds and stuff used for sacrifice and such to get demons and devils.
Is this the main storeroom then? No, can we guesstimate that?
Yeah, so the guy goes, oh, it's just the materials room. I don't see bosses, boss.
The
it's
average
right.
Apprentice that's roaming around here, how smart are they? How smart do they seem?
This guy seems to be the odd duck out. They seem pretty intelligent.
Because there's too many of them that are going to keep coming through here for us to start messing with stuff.
Yeah, I think the plan is just to leave something in the middle of it. Do we have like...
Someone's probably going to notice.
So, okay, I'm going to walk up to one of the apprentices and kind of push him out of the way and say, I'm from the alchemical and I had it just a second ago. Was it alchemical and abjuration department? And just kind of flash something real quick and then start inspecting the materials.
The apprentice is like, I've been waiting in line for 10 minutes, but go ahead and make a deception check.
Can I assist?
I don't think so, not in this case.
Perfect. I'll use inspiration on this one to go at advantage.
Sounds good.
Yes.
One second. There they are. Oh wow, never mind. I didn't have to roll. Okay. You guys are always getting in the way. Just tell me when you're done so I can get my supplies. My master's waiting.
Thank you for your time, sir. I believe there are bagels in the room behind us if you want to help yourself.
He goes, keep my spot in line, right?
Of course.
And the other guys in line are like, ugh. And he actually walks off.
Yes. Perfect. All right. So going over the materials, can I see if there's any sort of violent reaction between any of these other materials and or any of these materials and the others in the room?
Do you still have Silas's alchemist kit?
I sure as heck do.
Okay, so what are you looking at? Are you trying to... Is there a certain element or stone or piece of... So you can think there's a material for each summoning that is being done. Is there anything that you kind of want to focus on? Any one in particular?
What do you guys think? Because I'm assuming that opposites will be, like, demonic and angelic or celestial, whatever. They'll counteract each other. I'm sure.
I say just dust the fire pieces with some sort of gunpowder.
That will cause a definite explosion. But
well, I think what you're asking, if I'm correct, is that you want to look at the stones and kind of see which ones would react violently with each other, like putting what's it, potassium in water or something.
Exactly. So if they have a vat of celestial juice and they say put a demon stone in it, so sorry, and they throw a big old wheelbarrow of demon summoning material in there, will it? Yeah, I mean, will it react violently and destroy whatever is going on there?
So you're not able to find anything devilish or celestial. There is demonic and fey, and then the 4 elements.
Okay, yeah, good.
The opposite elements will react to each other, though typically not. Not necessarily violently. Just negatively in the way of like it might dampen the process.
Okay.
How similar are the materials in consistency?
So the materials kind of take on a presence similar to what they help summon. So the fiery ones are actually, if you were like to pick them up, would be almost like holding fire itself. It's not necessarily hot, but it's definitely warm. There's no other way to really describe it as like you pick up a stick that's on fire and you have the fire in your hand, but it doesn't burn you. The watery one is kind of like the stone you've already gotten. That's kind of like those plasticky containers with that liquid that kind of sloshes in your hand. The earth stones are very solid and rockish, but they seem to have gems encrusted into it. And the wind ones, it's almost like picking up nothing, but there's definitely something that swirls in your hand. You can feel the tingling of wind. The demonic ones are almost like picking up flesh, which is disgusting. And then the fey ones are very natural, like tree-like, bark-like things, almost like amber.
Okay. Is this a stockpile of materials, or is more coming in from somewhere else?
There seems to be mountains of these materials. If you kind of think of Aladdin with the Cave of Wonders, where there's piles of gold, just replace a pile of gold with one of these materials, and that's what is pretty much what you're looking at.
Just ridiculous masses of material. Okay.
Yeah. They seem to be collected over a long period of time.
So using my alchemist kit, can I either do more potency on something and see if there's a more violent reaction to something else?
Go ahead and make an intelligence-based alchemy kit check.
Okay. Oops, that wasn't supposed to be.
Oh, it's too bad. We'd take the 10 then.
Yep. I will actually use a point of luck. Damn it! I need to deselect. There we go. Okay. Use luck, and then try it again.
I believe the luck point. We can take the 20 for the luck point if you want.
Yeah, for sure. We can
if you want.
He was gonna do it thinking he couldn't get it, so I will give it to him. Yeah, you're able to devise a way using your alchemist kit to create something that once it's inside a large collection, or if it hits possibly the ground itself, like where it's kind of feeding into, it'll violently erupt. Doing so would not be conspicuous, however, and you might get some looks, and if you're not careful, someone might figure you out.
Does anything he is doing cause any kind of reaction within his kit?
Within the kit?
Yeah, is he just like testing materials, or is there anything that is like reacting within the kit?
There's definitely a reaction as he works with this stuff that kind of like
with Are you talking about within the actual kit itself, like the bag?
I expect this to be more than just a bag.
Because this was Silas's old alchemy kit.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
it's like a container and such with a lot of different properties. He also has his alchemy kit with lots of poison stuff, but using the full kit and taking like samples of the materials, you are able to get reactions out of it.
based on the reactions that we're seeing there and wanting to clear the room, I'm going to, in my most authoritative voice, say, "It's happened again. We have corrupted materials. We need everybody to clear out of the room."
Go ahead and make a deception check.
Oh shit!
Oh god, we're Tom Clancy in this bitch right now. Wow.
So there are people waiting in line for the catwalk, waiting in line for materials. Everyone drops what they've got. There's screams everywhere. People go out one door, the other door, up the catwalk and out. Everywhere they just disperse, and everyone leaves except for your party, and just are like, God.
Jack, can you make an airborne poison with your poisoner's kit?
I'm sure I can.
That would be
Aerosol.
very handy right now.
It would be
Okay,
another
do a-
intelligence-based alchemy check.
Space alchemy check this time.
Can I attempt to help?
Are you proficient with alchemist tools?
Mm-mm.
Then no. He's not even. He's kind of
it's-
just using it as it goes along.
Maybe with like poisons in some way because of my affinity toward natural stuff.
Go ahead and make a survival check.
Him or myself?
Him. Okay, yes, you may assist with the poisons.
So
So-
I will do.
Yes, you will have
intelligence
advantage.
check advantage. Okay.
It's not bad. Yeah, you're able to make a pretty potent, if not just bad smelling, airborne poison. You're pretty sure in a small area this poison will give the poison condition if a Constitution save is not met.
Could put that at the entrance of this chamber, and we can go up the catwalk to get out.
Sounds good. I will set it off near the entrance then.
The east or the west? There is another side that continues west.
The way that most of them ran out, so I'm guessing towards like the main summoning rooms.
Is Doofus Rick still with us?
Oh no, he booked it.
Okay.
Good.
He went back towards his master to your east. A lot of them actually went west.
Okay. What do you guys think? East or west?
Back east, between the summoning chamber and here.
I agree. All right, we'll do that.
Okay. It's kind of like you can put like some sort of incest, whatever. Incense?
Maybe try a different word.
Incense.
Yeah. Like a fuse type thing, like a thick thing of rope that you can light, and it kind of gives off this puff of smoke around the area of the doorway.
Perfect.
I'll craft some sort of sign or like just a message on a stick or something plant in one spot that just says halt corrupted materials.
Okay. It's simple enough to create.
Perfect. All right. Using the materials I have and the materials at my disposal, how much of this very violent stuff can I make? The catalyst, rather.
Seeing as the material you're going to end up using the most is what's in front of you, not what's in your kit, you could probably make enough to make a very large explosion.
I will make as much as I can.
Okay. So you're not gonna fail, but go ahead and make another intelligence check for using alchemist kit.
Okay.
Is that close to what we're dealing with here?
You're missing a single summoning
Ooh,
chamber.
I'm gonna luck that one just
Oh
because
god.
it's not good. Luck. Oh, I love this luck. It's ridiculous.
That's a little better.
Okay, so you don't
Significantly
overdo
better.
it, but you definitely make quite a bit. You're pretty sure that if this were to go off, which vat would you like to choose? Remember, there is no devil or celestial vats.
What do you guys think? There's the water one. They're on a lake. That's not good. I don't know if they can pull power from that.
Can you put like a little bit in each one? Would
Hold
that
up,
cause
hold
an
up.
explosion big enough?
Hold up. The only mages that were protected from anything were the fire mages, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fire mage. Blow that stuff up.
Okay.
The mages that are using it may be protected, but 75% of the mages are not.
Yep.
Fire. Getcha. Perfect. So yeah, we'll put it in the fire catalyst.
Okay. Just a basic idea of what might happen is plumes of lava might fill rooms, so just keep that in mind.
Perfect. So I'm going to place it. Like we can. I guess we're telling where they're taking most of the material. It's obviously scooped out in one spot. Is there any way I can put it in such a way that we'll have a good 10 or 15 minutes after we let everybody back in to make our escape?
So you'd have to put it up the pile and back a little ways, but it's pretty simple to go. Yeah, if I put it here, it'll take some time before it goes off. So yeah, you're able to do so. So with this material, it is slightly different based on your role. So there is a chance that someone might notice. It's not a high chance, but there is a chance.
Do we want to take this material and pour it into a vat ourselves?
That
Well, he said it's gonna fill rooms with lava, so probably
Yep.
not.
yeah.
But there's a chance that this doesn't work at all if we leave it here. It's like
Even if
guarantee success in completing a mission and try to book it out.
well, we could also like even if that plan fails, we could go back to the demon/celestial room and dispel that barrier. Oh shit! Did we check and see if it was arcane or not?
The barrier between the celestials and the devils.
Yeah.
Without getting up close, it's kind of difficult to tell. Though most
Okay.
barriers are of arcane nature.
Okay.
And I think it might be kind of safe to assume the mages are trying to keep them from killing each other and all that. So they
Fair.
probably made it. Can we just keep a little, like a handful of these to throw in as a distraction at something, at the lava pot or whatever, if we need another distraction or something to get out?
So yeah, I think we
Backup plan.
could probably take some, and then I'm sure that you have some sort of way to get it in there, either a throw or tying it to an arrow and shooting it in there while we're out.
You sure we can figure something out?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll take a little bit, little samples.
It seems like they're like pouring them in from the catwalk, right? So you can just go up to on the catwalk.
Yeah, it
so
depends on how close we are to the exit.
Are there pre-assembled bundles of these resources that they were handing out to the apprentices?
no, it's all on these piles. The apprentices have bags that they or boxes that they fill up and then they run back up the catwalk with.
In the panic that just ensued, were there any boxes around here that have any of the resources in them?
Yes.
Yes.
There's multiple boxes of each resource that are either knocked on the ground, scattered the materials, or some of them just hit the ground and are just sitting there.
We can put the bombs in those.
What
boxes.
are the chances that our idiot was a fire guy? Can we roll for that? Can we give him a box full of these and tell him go do this?
Well, he ran out, right? He's nowhere to
Yeah,
be seen.
he ran to his master.
I'm pretty
But we
sure he
could
was a
always
fire guy
try.
though, but yeah, he's gone.
We can
Yeah, he
always
was a
try
fire
to-
guy. He was in fact a fire guy.
Yes.
we take a box full of this stuff and we give it to him and say, do your next run or whatever, and then we get out.
He was on the ground. There seems to be two different groups. The
Yeah.
groups that are on the catwalks and the groups that are on the ground.
Okay.
Perfect. So now that that's done, do we want to look for possibly the magical source that's keeping these domes from collapsing, or do we want to?
I think that's too big a job for us right now.
Okay.
So far,
we need a way out.
right. The dispel barrier. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, we can, if we want, we can either keep going forward and meet with this dude, or we can just get the fuck out of Dodge and cause as much shit as possible.
So we were told to meet with the dude. I don't think we're gonna meet with the dude.
Yeah, that sounds good with me.
So I think we've done a lot of damage to this place, or have set it up to go off. So
let's blow a barrier and get out.
All right.
So perfect. We'll start walking back towards.
And I guess if anybody questions us leaving, we can just try to lie our way through it.
We don't necessarily even need to cause a disruption at this point, because the army is literally on the front door. They're about to mobilize for war any freaking minute.
I mean, I think at least releasing the Celestials will do a lot of damage.
It will at least cause a distraction for us to get out. I mean, minimum.
Okay, so set them up the bomb, and then disrupt the barrier, and then GTFO?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so bombs are set in crates and in piles. So I guess we're going to backtrack and try and dispel barriers.
Okay.
I'll remove my sign and just and then I'll wait for her times to come.
How is the outsider holding section connected to the front rooms up there? Is there any way to keep an eye on the entrance?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
The layout of this place is not clear. Is it a straight shot from the summoning chamber? Everybody can see us doing all of this nonsense? Is there clear indicated sections where it's this is a doorway leading into a big kitchen, differential space, or is it literally nothing?
Okay, I'll try to go through it as it goes. So the entrance that you guys came down to the west opened up into the elemental summoning chamber. From there was a pretty straight path that led to the Fae/demon summoning chamber. From there was another path.
So there is definitely a place that you could stand inside of the outsider chamber that's not necessarily visible to the Fae, demon, and summoning chamber sections, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So instead of a rectangle, that should just be another oval.
Yeah, we should have 2 more ovals, but yeah, it's fine.
We have occlusion.
I will offer to keep a watch at the front while you guys deal with the barriers, because as far as they know, only the stockpile is off limits, not the outsider section.
Is there any way we can keep wafting the smoke in front of us, being like, you guys need to get out? What are you doing? Leave.
Yeah, you could grab your burner and kind of walk with it, but that kind of shows that you have the smoke on your body.
All right.
How about I take it?
Signpost forward and stand with Far Traveler?
How about I take it, go up the catwalk over across the top of the outsider holder sectioning, and then lower it down on the inside of the doorway over there without telling anybody?
Okay.
That could work.
You could probably do that. Messing with it as it is now would cause you to make the Constitution save. Unless you got another.
Are we fine with this?
Sure.
Okay. If this plan is fine, then I will do my best.
Alright, so do you pick up the smoking wick?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and make a Constitution save. You're fine.
Hey,
Apparently,
look at me.
Roll20 likes you guys today.
Look at me. I'm the DM now.
All right, so yeah, you pick it up. The smoke doesn't even bother you at all, and you are able to get onto the catwalk.
Are we ready to go?
I think we're ready.
Let's
bust
go.
the barrier.
Okay.
It's time
Alrighty.
for literally
Operation
all
Pop the
horn
Cork commence.
Going down the
Sure.
line, so I have an idea of exactly who's doing what. Thok, what are you doing during this process?
So I want to try dispelling the barrier at this time, or like get ready to set for dispelling the barrier along with Ugin.
Okay. So Ugin, what are you doing?
I'm going to be casting Dispel Magic on the barrier.
Okay. Ellie, what is your plan of action?
I am going to stand pat and make sure nobody's gonna come looking at what we're doing.
Okay. And Jekt?
I'm going to be up there with Ellie and kind of forcing people back from the contaminated area.
And the location of where I want to dispel the barrier is right next to the place where we plan on booking it.
So as far to the east as possible.
Yeah. And so let's see. We could like try putting our tokens next to where we are.
Yeah, you can place them kind of where you're thinking.
So, yeah, Jekt and I are in the path.
Okay. Okay, in the path itself. So you would know the catwalk does not go through these. They seem to have their own pathway up along here and here. They do not go through this passageway. So finally, Far Traveler, where do you plan on, I guess, placing this poison?
At least on the inside of the outsider holding section, because we don't want them checking out this chamber. We want them to go, smells like poison, fuck.
Okay, so you want to try putting it there while these two are over here, and then Jekt and Ugin are going to be dealing with the barrier. Is that correct? Thok, yeah, sorry. Thok and Ugin are going to be dealing with the barrier. Is that any objections to what I just said? Or
are we taking care of both outsider barriers? Or are we just taking care of one?
At the moment, it's just the Celestials.
Yeah.
I mean, if the Celestials are free, they're just going to bang it up.
So what you can kind of surmise by what's happening with the Devils and the Celestials is they're at this table, and at the halfway point across the table, there was a barrier stopping them from hitting or killing each other.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's one barrier.
Gotcha.
It's possible that they're also bound in some way. However, when you summon outsider beings, they have to listen to you, but if you don't give them commands, they're in control of themselves. So, unless they have commands saying don't kill each other, they will probably do so.
So since there's a barrier, I don't think there was any command. And if they're on mass production, I think it would waste time to give commands to each summon.
I will say the Celestials and the Devils seem to be the least mass produced. There's only 15 on each side of the table.
Only 15, you say?
Compared to what you were seeing being produced elsewhere, only is correct. It's all relative.
Okay. Awesome. I'm gonna pull out a vial of holy water and bless Thok and I real quick.
Are our hands still bound?
They were never truly bound.
Well, yeah, but like, do you want to just like full on get rid of the illusion that we're prisoners?
Yeah.
At this point, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's go time.
We're not being bothered by anyone else.
Yep.
Okay. So Far Traveler, you're taking the catwalks, correct?
Yeah.
While you're up there, is there anything you kind of want to do? Like you could look for any sort of magical runes or focus on the walls, or do you want to just focus on what you're doing?
I feel confident with my handling the poison. Sure, I'll keep an eye out for anything that seems useful.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation roll. It happens.
Listen,
Okay.
there was a lot of smoke, okay?
It's really up in your face, and all you can really do is walk forward. Okay, so this is all going to happen pretty much all at once. Jekt and Ellie, you move forward to your position, correct? To here?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like Thok and Ugin, you guys are kind of by the outsiders while they bicker and argue and fight with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And Far Traveler, you're on the catwalk south end, it looks like. You're going on the south first part.
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone is in their positions. First thing that happens, Jekt and Ellie, you are met with some confused apprentices as well as a couple of conjurers and drow. They're kind of questioning you. What's happening? When can we go through? I don't see any smoke or any poison.
Around that time, smoke.
Around that time, the poison seeps up from where Far Traveler drops the burn.
So, kind of, being authoritative and having my arms out. Like, we need you guys to move back. We're trying to keep you out of the smoke. It's encroaching right now. And I turn around and point at the obvious sickly looking smoke behind us.
Okay.
We're taking care of corrupted materials. Just give us a minute.
They kind of complain, well, we need our materials now. Why are you keep doing this, you guys from this? But they're just angry customers is what their vibe is. Go let us through, but don't let us through because we don't want to get poisoned.
I will let them know that this poison will target reproductive systems. So
it's an airborne STI.
Why are you closed on Christmas? Excuse me. At that, a lot of them back up. And inspiration, because that's awesome. All right. Jekt and Ugin, what are you doing exactly to dispel this? It sounded like Ugin was casting dispel magic.
Thok and Ugin.
Thok. Thok and Ugin, yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna actually cast dispel magic with my amulet.
Okay, using your amulet as a focus. That's good. I'm kind of trying to double check to see exactly. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful check, the spell ends. Okay, go ahead.
Unless it's that's only if it's higher than 3rd level to start with.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that DC.
Can I give him assist or advantage, like with channeling my amulet as well?
All right, are you casting dispel magic, or are you just kind of using your amulet?
Well, I don't have dispel magic as a spell. Like I kind of want to channel my amulet to help him cast his spell. So like hold hands and then use our powers combined.
Okay.
Our powers combined.
So as you get close to this barrier, your amulets do heat up quite a bit, as they do when they're around magic like this. Persistent magic. And as you hold up your amulet to the barrier, it starts to vibrate, and you can actually feel the magic pulsing on the barrier. And then Ugin, using his amulet as a focus, you cast dispel magic. Go ahead and roll at advantage.
Sweet.
I believe it is your spell modifier.
One more time, roll 20.
It is not my spell modifier, it's just an ability check.
Is it?
There it goes.
Yes!
Yeah, baby.
Oh my god. Really?
Can that dispel their bound?
A 1 and a 20.
So you start casting your dispel magic, and both amulets start to vibrate violently, and then a shattering force across this wall of force, that is. You hear the glass shattering, and you hear the force solid force particles crumble and clang as they hit the table. The devils and the angels look at each other for a second, and then you see an angel and a devil both pull out their weapons, and then suddenly they dive upon each other, making slashes and gouges at each other, attacking.
I'm going to shout, "They're summoning demons in the next room."
Uh,
And both sides should have a opposition to that.
So
you get about a quarter of each group turn their heads and just dash past everything.
so while that happens, in the first celestial that passes me, I look at everybody and like act as freaked out as I possibly can. Containment breach, run!
The Celestials don't seem to be minding the people. The Devils don't seem to care about the people and start bull rushing their way through. Jack and Ellie make acrobatics or athletics checks to get out of the way.
Oh.
Come on, Jack. Hold on.
Oh. Oh.
Oh my god. What is today?
So seeing seeing the rush of just absolute terror that's coming up behind me and yelling to you guys to get out of the way, what I do is I just run up the wall and do a backflip over all of them and get out.
My gosh. Yeah, we had a session recently where everyone except the enemies rolled low. Today is everyone's rolling nat 20s on everything. So yeah, you guys are like, you notice the rushing of devils and angels and go, nope. And they rush in. And a lot of them start attacking the demons as the few that are remaining get summoned. The demons, of course, fight back, and a lot of the Fae, because it looks like a lot of fun, join in.
Oh, good.
How many fireballs per round?
Oh no.
Oh,
Too
it
many.
gets hot, it gets heavy. A lot of people are going down at the doorway. You guys even feel the heat of all these fireballs and magic being released. You see conjurers freaking the hell out, trying to survive, trying to protect themselves, and trying to contain it all.
Is it like, oh man. So is this the type of thing that if Thok and I try and sprint through there, are we just gonna get wasted?
You might be
I feel
able
like-
to be okay, but with how
I
much is
feel like
fighting,
so-
it's not gonna be fun.
Okay.
I feel
Is
like
there-
a better solution would be to like go back to the material room and like try taking the catwalks back
Go
to
up the
the.
catwalk.
Exactly. I was gonna say the catwalks.
He
Get
said
out.
there were no catwalks in this area. So,
did he?
No,
Okay.
they're not running straight along the path. They have their own.
Yeah, like going
carved
back
out-
here.
Yeah,
They still go to the summoning chamber. They just run over the path.
Yeah,
Okay.
they don't.
They
They don't
go
go
the same
through
tunnel.
this main pathway. They have their own tunnel system that goes through
Okay.
like that.
So we want to backtrack and go through the catwalks.
yes.
I'm just gonna take my hammer and I'm gonna toss it over the catwalk and just use that to climb up.
Okay, so you're easily able to hook it with the rope. However, since you don't have a climb speed, it will take double movement as you go up. That will take your action to rope up as well. But you can always dash. And are you joining kind of which direction are you going? Are you going into here, north or south, or are you going back and going north or south?
I am not going into the room with the demons. That's for goddamn sure.
The devil room isn't much better at this point. A couple of the bigger, better devils and angels are actually trying to stop the fighting. However, it's not working.
Actually, I do know. Actually, I have a better idea of what I'm going to do. I am going back to the outsider's room because I'm throwing the hammer up to Far Traveler, and I asking for assistance to just get me up there.
Yeah,
Can
that
you?
just-
Can you? Well, can we?
Shit, I didn't mean to say that.
Can you guys like have a ladder hanging down that we can all?
I have a naughty
shimmy?
rope that we can all climb.
Hell yeah!
Please.
Well, shimmy,
Ugh.
shimmy up your naughty rope.
Yeah.
What the fuck? All right.
So it will
I'll
take a
do
little
it,
while
but I'm gonna
to.
complain the whole time.
Too old for this. We know. Like we just all in unison yell, "We know!" and we just try to run.
All right. So it sounds like Ugin's going up. Thok, are you also going up the rope?
Yep.
Okay, so everyone's going up the rope. It will take a little while to get up, but we're not doing rounds, so it's not that bad. Fighting is happening a lot around you. Shouting, and around this point, you start hearing shouting from the west, farther down than the materials.
The west. Okay.
What
we
does the
should.
shouting say?
The shouting, it sounds like orders along the lines of "Get this contained." What is going on? How in the hell are they fighting? Stuff like that.
Let's go. Let's just book it out of here.
Yeah, we should just leave.
Agreed.
So run down the catwalk towards the east.
There you go. You guys are running down. As you go through the outsider area, explosions are happening under you. Things are starting to fly up towards you. I need everyone to make dexterity checks.
Is this a saving throw?
No.
Oh.
This is to try to survive and keep on the catwalk as the cords are swaying the catwalk back and forth, making it difficult to run across.
Is acrobatics relevant at all?
Acrobatics would work.
Well, then I'm doing that.
Okay. Take your 12 and add your acrobatics modifier instead. So 18.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I'm going to use luck on that one because this seems. I don't want to die right at the end after all this craziness.
I know. I'm gonna use my inspiration because, otherwise I'm gonna fail this miserably. All right, let's do it.
And then,
if you want, we can kind of poltergeist this too. We can all be holding onto the naughty rope. And anybody who starts to, wiggle wobble or anything, we can all like get the chance to assist with or whatever.
That's fine with me. I'll take up the back if we're using a rope as a sort of lifeline.
Hey,
Okay,
I
I will
take the front.
Roll that, Matt.
You can if you want.
Doing it.
And
bad.
will lower the DC, but won't give advantages. Okay, everyone with your luck, with your inspiration, and with the rope are able to stay steady on this swaying catwalk. And you're able to get through. However, once you get to the tunnel passageway that kind of this catwalk leads to, the catwalk crumbles behind you. And leaves the next catwalk kind of unstable, but nothing too bad.
So at this point, are we in the summoning chamber yet?
You're heading into the elemental chamber.
Okay.
All of you should fit between the two chambers in the pathway.
We should not all try and cross a damaged catwalk at once.
Yeah. I'm going to go onesies over.
Whenever I am passing through the elemental chamber, I'm going to take the handful of bad rocks I have and just try to huck it toward the fire one. The fire pit. So I should probably go last.
You did take the south catwalk. So you are on the opposite end.
I'm just chucking it, hoping something lands in it.
You attach it to your arrow.
Attach it to an arrow and do a shot. So like on a pouch or something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I will remove my red cloak and I will wrap them up in it at the end of an arrow, and then I'll go last.
Okay. Kind of just marking where each one of these things are, like
Cool.
what part of it is in. There you go. Okay. There you go. So you guys are booking it down one at a time. What is the marching order? Let's go ahead and place people with your tokens along like a line right here.
If Ellie is offering to go last, then I will offer to go first, as I am probably lighter than all of you and can see if it'll collapse or not.
Okay. So how many of there? 5 of you. So 5. Okay, so place yourselves along this line. First person on the far right.
Fuck.
All right.
So
Do you accept my offer?
Wait, what's your offer?
I'll go first to see if the catwalk's stable.
Oh, yeah. Do it.
Okay, so we want to resolve that before we choose what goes next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you are light of foot, you kind of carefully go across as fast as possible. And the catwalk sways, but nothing you can't keep under control. However, it does groan, and you're kind of afraid that anything more might collapse it.
Okay. I will tell them that this is probably not a good route for people in heavy armor. They may need to go along the floor.
So, kind of.
Oh,
Yeah. So the catwalks go across like that, along those lines.
I'm gonna be right back. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. So the
I'll
lightest...
tie my silk rope to the side of one of the catwalks and let it hang down for anybody to slide down if they want to.
Okay.
is there any specific weaknesses we can see on the catwalk?
Yeah, with the broken catwalk, the swaying, the cords are starting to pull down off the ceiling themselves, like where they're fastened. They don't hold the weight very well at the very beginning because there's nothing. Because a lot of the weight was being held by the section in the passage, the tunnel between, and now that's broken off.
Am I able to reach where it's coming apart?
Only if you can climb another
really high.
10 feet.
Oh, that sounds like a bad idea. Let's just go on the ground.
Toss a dwarf. I could try tossing you.
I'm too old for that. No, I'll climb. Climbing down and running along the ground is definitely preferable.
Okay, and I want to go with you just to make sure you don't die.
Oh boy.
Also, is Jekt heavier than Far Traveler?
Jekt himself, probably, but I'm not certain that he and his gear is heavier than me and my gear, so I don't think he is going to be full plate worth of encumbrance, but...
Okay, yeah.
You're pretty sure Jekt could get across on the catwalk without issue.
Perfect. I will cross the catwalk very carefully.
Before you start crossing, I'm actually going to head further down the catwalk so that it's not got all the weight on this side.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So you're able to make it to the other end. Jekt, you too are able to make it across without much issue. Ellie, with your light of footness, you're pretty sure you could as well. However, the catwalk will start to strain with all 3 of you on it. It should be okay at the far end, but in near the middle, it might not be great.
Are all of Ellie's preparations and stuff done?
Oh, right, she was going to go last. That's right.
Yeah, I'm going last.
Okay, never mind that. We will continue where we're at. So Thok and Ugin, you guys are gonna descend down her rope into here, correct?
Yes.
Yes. As far
Okay.
east as we can safely make it.
Well,
How big is the room feet wise?
across it's 100 feet.
I'm definitely going to need to be on the other end of the catwalk when I shoot my arrow. I do not want to shoot it from this side of the room and then try to make it to the entrance.
I think that is the best decision. Is wait till we're all on this side before you make a shot, and then make a mad rogue scramble with the bonus action and action.
My main concern is that there's going to be mages trying to attack Ugin and I because we're Templars.
So grab a blanket and throw it on.
Are there nearby blankets?
There's going to be enough chaos that we can take out one or two mages on our way out. We'll be fine. Just keep running.
I'll trust you.
Yeah, you can tell that a lot of the conjurers are running, and a lot of the apprentices are running, them a little more reluctantly, towards the other room to help quell the chaos. However, it's not a great system because they're kind of getting, 300 Spartans in that tunnel trying to get through.
Pardon me.
Pushing each other forward and sometimes backwards, depending on the situation in front of them. It's like, nope, I'm out. Nope. So you might get some resistance. If you're lucky, you won't get much. Also, you might end up drawing attention to yourself. You don't know.
We'll try.
We will try.
Okay. So you two are over there.
Oh, yes.
Jeez.
I do.
Let's see here.
I just want to point out real quick. Pending we pull this off, we will have completed each one of the points of how to mess with them.
Yeah.
Pending we pull this off. Not just like one escape plan. We will have done it all.
Yep.
Soldiers in the back yell forward, soldiers in the front yell back. That is about what is happening, and they're all squishing in this 20-foot tube.
Haha.
Okay.
Well, all that's going on.
Do you guys need a distraction?
Gonna pull my rope and tie one of those climber's knots that you can dismantle from the bottom. Give it a whip tug, and it'll untie. And I'll tie one of those around the catwalk here, and head down.
Okay. Well, descending is much faster than going up, so you're able to do that at full speed, and you can get to the ground.
I've got a climb speed anyway.
And you got a climb speed, so it doesn't matter. Yes, you can make it to the ground. You're in the rock quarry type section with lots of rocks around you. Most of the people from this section are gone. There's a couple of apprentices doing some last minute work, but they seem to be hastily doing it to leave. They don't pay you any mind.
All right, let's run.
So, Thok and
All right,
Ugin getting through
let's
the
run.
room before I'll do my stuff.
Okay, so Thok and Ugin, you hit the ground around here. Is that what you're going for?
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon
Who's
as
going
we-
first?
Like down the rope?
Yeah.
Me.
Ugin.
Ugin's going first? Okay.
Yep. I will jump down and help him if he is attacked.
Passive stealth, or would you like to active stealth? Either way.
Do an active, because pass is -5.
Sure, we'll do an active.
Yeah, so you are at disadvantage because of your full plate.
Lots of commotion, lots of shit going on. Kunk. I think I heard something.
It's possible. Oh wow, you did pretty well.
No way.
You did pretty good.
For
You
my
land,
-1 at disadvantage.
and being as sneakily as possible, you get down, and no one seems to care at the moment.
Maybe not sneakily, but like inconspicuously as you
Yeah.
can.
You do
Doesn't
get
wanna
down
stand
without
out.
someone noticing. Stock, you're next.
Okay.
At this
Alright.
time, Jack, you're on the catwalk. You could go down if you wish, and Farchelver, you're down. What do you two want to do as well?
I'm securing the rope at the bottom.
Okay.
I will go down towards that exit.
Okay, and you are able to descend pretty easily, and you will be able to land. However, that will be your movement pool.
How
Thok?
far is it from where we're standing to the bottleneck?
This chamber is 100 feet across, and the bottleneck was 20 feet.
So this is 100 feet. Okay, so we're standing 100 feet away right now.
Yeah, so say that's 100
Okay.
feet, and then it's another 20 feet across
Okay.
to the
Cool.
end. Thok, you do get down. However, in the commotion of a couple of apprentices and a couple of conjurers notice you landing because you go clang, clang, clang as you head down the rope.
I also
Everyone
imagine
roll.
that I just kind of like. Sorry, continue.
Oh, you go ahead.
Roll for initiative.
I was gonna say roll for initiative, but go ahead and give your description.
Yeah, so like I imagine that like partway through I kind of like end up slipping down the rope, and I kind of like bump on a little bit on my like beat, and I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah, you slip down, you go clang down the bottom, and then you get caught.
All right, initiative.
Everyone roll initiative. Make sure to click on your token.
I'm sorry.
We almost Tom Clancy'd this. Rainbow Six.
I mean, we're still good. We just
the mission's
gotta
still the same. We still want to get the fuck out.
Yeah, no, so I'm surprised we haven't gotten into a fight yet.
Yeah,
So we're doing pretty good.
Okay.
This guy should be large. Okay.
Read that first paragraph real quick. If you can.
What's up?
Discord.
Oh yeah, I've seen this.
It's fantastic.
I will have to look later. Because I have to roll a bunch of initiatives now.
I cannot see that. That is tiny.
Oh no. Oh no.
Can you open it in a web browser?
Remember, guys, if we can, we want to evade and we'll just leave.
Yep, our mission is get the fuck out.
And I'm about to light this place up anyway. So anybody we leave behind here is gonna die.
They're heathens anyway.
I think he was talking about you guys, but yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because regardless of you guys being on the ground fighting your way through, I'm getting to the other side on my turn, and I'm shooting my arrow, and then I'm gonna try to get out too.
So you said this room was 100 feet across, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
So there's a lot of initiatives rolled for me, but don't fret too much. It doesn't matter quite.
They don't necessarily all notice us.
Well, okay, fret. It's best to fret. So I do have them, and I'm gonna mark them based on who's attacking them, so we know who's who. But we're not gonna do an actual map, so it's gonna be theater of the mind, combat style. So the conjurers are running, and next to them are water or elementals, one earth, one water, and behind them are three apprentices going, we're gonna get help, we're gonna help, we can help. When they notice Thok go tong on the ground, they go, Templars! Get to them! They've escaped! And that's when combat ensues. From here, Farchelver, you hear this commotion on the other side of the room, 100 feet away from you. So Thok and Ugin are at the 100-foot mark. These guys here are going to be 10 feet away from them, so they're at 90 feet from you. And then another 10 for the apprentices. So the apprentices are 80 feet. Bart Traveler, your turn.
Jack is still descending the rope. No, he made it to the bottom, right?
Yes, he made it to the bottom.
So,
Okay.
where are these guys all in relation to us right now? Sorry, I was like, are they just mark where they are in the chamber?
Kind of giving you an exact representation.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Are these guys standing in the middle of the summoning?
They're in the middle, so you guys are
Separated party. Okay.
yeah, and you guys are 80 feet from these guys. And Ellie, you're up a ways away.
Yeah, I'm right above the area where Falcanugan are.
Yeah, so you're gonna be able to stay over there, just 20 feet up.
Mhm.
So the only people who are kind of out of proportion are you two, Bart Traveler and Jekt. You're 80 feet from the apprentices. That you are in line with the rest of your party, which is 100 feet away.
The conjurers have definitely noticed Stock.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna draw my bow and take a shot at the Earth Elemental Conjurer.
Okay.
Bonus action, Rage first.
Sounds good.
You grabbed some text with that, and it's really confusing my brain.
Sorry.
Oh.
All right, so the first attack, tunk. The second attack, right into the base of his neck. However, not deep enough to sever anything. As you do a total of 25 damage.
And we'll throw one of those on him.
Okay. Your guardians swarm him and try to block his in front of him, leaving only your direction available.
That'll end my turn.
Okay. Try to get this out of the way. What the hell?
Actually, I think I'll yell, which is very out of character, but I'll just yell, make a run for it, trust your armor.
It looks like the actual angles are correct. Or our distance isn't so far off. You guys need to be right about there, I believe. Perfect. The bottleneck is where my little compass rose that I made is right there. And from there is a lot of others.
Jack, don't worry about disrupting that. Hit as many of the spellcasters in the bottleneck as you can.
Sounds good.
Okay. Ellie, your turn.
I will reaffirm our traveler's statement. I'll just shout down, listen to Fire Traveler, just get out. And then I will run across the catwalk for my full movement. And then as a bonus, I'll dash for the extra. So that gets me 60 feet across, correct?
Go ahead and make an acrobatics check as the whole structure at the beginning there starts to groan at your quickened pace.
Well, what is Ellie's passive acrobatics?
I have a +6.
So passively 16.
Okay, so yeah, stepping through, you'll be fine.
Okay, that's what I will do.
Okay.
And then, so at 60 feet across, I will stand my spot. Is this proportional now?
Yeah, it actually is.
Okay.
Actually
And then I am going to aim my bow with the pouch at the fire pit thing, and then I will hold my shot for after Ugin and Thok make it past them. So I just want them to get through the casters that are in front of them, and then I'm going to fire.
Okay. It's boulders time.
Oh no.
It's okay. You are actually in the best possible place, standing next to Thok.
Yes. However, you are the closest one, so the boulder kind of flows through the earth. Brings up his two fist-like features and slams down at you.
Disadvantage on 1.
Yeah.
Okay, disadvantage on the first one. A 14 to hit.
No.
And a 20 to hit on the second.
Ouch.
Dang it. Just barely, yeah.
So the
We'll
first
fix that here in
one
a minute.
comes down and glances off of Thok's shield, and the next one comes down and punches you directly in the face. For 13 bludgeoning damage. Alright,
Okay.
Jack, your turn.
Alright. So, Far Travel, you were saying cast it down that bottleneck, or what?
Yeah. About
Okay.
the only possible suggestion I can make is if you could hit the bottleneck and this guy, but otherwise just the bottleneck, where all of the casters are convened.
Yeah, so it's 120 at this point. I think your lightning is only 100.
Right. So if I move there. Okay, perfect. I will move here. Oops.
Yeah, mouse. Yeah, that's a cursor key. There you go.
Meta magic
And
that shit if you want to.
Yeah, and I will cast my lightning bolt down that hallway. You
Okay,
will-
so the hallway starts at this point. How far can you go?
100 feet.
Right, so you can actually go all the way down the hallway. Go ahead and roll your
Holy
lightning bolt.
shit.
Call upon your amulet.
Oh shit! Forgot about that bonus action. I will activate the. What was that dinger called? The Amulet of Heroism.
Oh, yeah, that's not a bad choice. So one amulet starts to glow, and then the other amulet, with this whole situation bottling up your energy, also starts to activate. Do you wish to focus through that amulet as well?
Yes.
All right. So you
Kind of
blast.
bust a new hole in the earth.
Oh, this is gonna be.
I'm firing my laser. Go ahead and roll your lightning bolt attack, and I will pull up your.
Yeah.
Kame.
Noodle.
Noodles. And go ahead and roll that 1d 10,001. Let's see, you also cut through this apprentice, correct? Oh, they're not quite online. Yeah, he collapses immediately. 3672.
This is gonna be interesting.
2.
Well, in addition to all the bodies being congested in that tunnel, there was still that poison right at the front there that the front ones are having to deal with.
So I don't know if that did that add in the amulet damage as well. You can see it in there.
I don't think Bless has amulet damage.
The bless
Wait.
that you have is temporary hit points and attack rolls and saving
attack
throws.
rolls. Okay, gotcha. 1d4. Okay, perfect. Misread that. Thank you.
What was the 1d 1,000 in or 10,000?
10,000. That's his wild magic.
Wild
Yeah.
magic
Okay,
surge
awesome.
on a big table.
Awesome.
Okay.
No, that's how much damage he's about to do.
Possibly more than that.
Matt's face.
Oh, it's just kind of sad. Go ahead and roll on the regular one because last time you casted Tides of Chaos and you get both tables. So go ahead and roll on the regular one, 101 for your wild
Please
magic.
tell me we get a fucking massive deer falling from the sky right now.
We all magically teleport back to our base. That's what the magic, wild magic is.
Okay, so what is that on the regular table? I don't have that pulled up at the moment.
I don't either.
I can pull it up real quick.
I can pull it out real quick.
That is skin turns blue, remove curse.
Sweet.
Oh, skin turns blue. You need a remove curse.
Just vibrantly blue.
You turn vibrantly blue. So it wasn't maximized or anything like that. However, all the apprentices in that line collapse. And seeing as all the conjurers are, or the other mages are just trapped and compacted, they can't even dodge out of the way and they take the full force of it. However, you do trigger some of them. Hashtag triggered.
Triggered! Boy, I sure hope they come running this way for that lava that's about to explode all over their face.
Two of them in that line turn towards you guys and start running. Like, oh fuck, more things are happening. Everything is going to shit. Sadly, the other one wasn't great. That's okay. Fucking.
I'm gonna fucking use my action to dash the fuck out of there.
Okay. Remember the drag and spacebar? Yeah, that's only 50.
Okay,
Ellie's not, Ellie's not on the same level as you are, so she's not an impediment.
Yeah.
I assume the guy's gonna take an attack of opportunity on me.
Yes, he attempts to punch you in the face. I do believe a 25 is going to hit.
Yes, it does.
So he gut punches you. Boom! You go, oh, but it doesn't stop you as you continue to run, kind of catching your breath.
Yep. All right. And can I do any bonus action here? I don't think so. I can do compel duel, but I'm not.
Okay. Ugin, your turn.
Okay. Bonus action. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith and pop open a shield on my other arm. So I'm dual wielding shields.
Okay.
More like dual shielding.
Yeah, dual shielding shields. And then I am also going to book it.
Okay.
Dual shielding wield.
The elemental already used his reaction. However, you can't run through him without any sort of tumble, so you'd have to run down.
Go around
first, yeah. So that's 5, and then either of those spaces work.
Yeah,
as soon as he passes, I'm going to take my shot.
Okay, go ahead and make a attack roll. All right, that will be good enough. It's a little weighted, however, you rolled well enough. The arrow flies through the air into the vat. Nothing happens.
Oh.
Give it time.
Any minute now.
All right, water guy. Speed is only 30. That was weird. It was giving me weird numbers. Okay, so he runs to there. Splorsh, splorsh, splorsh. The apprentices. The two remaining turn to you Templars and cast Magic Missile. Each of you will get 2 bolts to the face. First 2 will be at Thuck, the last 2 at Ugin.
Okay.
So Thuck, you take a total of 5. Ugin, oh, that's 3. So that's 3 each. Yeah, so you each take 3. So first one's at Thuck, second one's at Ugin. Don't know why I miscounted that.
Why did it only roll 3?
They're only casting first level magic missile. They're only apprentices.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, so we're taking those amounts though. I'm taking 10, right?
Yep. Yeah. I forgot there was 3. For some reason, I thought it was going to be 3 and then 1. I don't know what was in my brain. Never mind. So yeah.
So I took 11.
I have been casting above level for a while, so.
Yes. Congregors. There's a few of them.
That may require a concentration check from you, even unless you can't fail it.
Yeah, it will.
3 of them. At DC 10.
Oh.
Because it's 3 bolts.
Matt likes the single flavor better than the bunch of at once.
Yep.
Okay.
That is not technically the 5th edition rule, but Matt prefers it that way. He and I discussed that several sessions ago. So.
Third one fails.
Yes, third one does fail, so you lose your Shield of Faith.
Okay.
Yeah, the shield retracts or breaks or something.
He hit the mechanism that deployed it. It sucked itself back in.
Dang it. Why do I even have that button?
Oh, yes. Oh, God. Sorry, not sorry.
Well,
this is going to be bad.
What is the range on this spell? Oh, goody. Okay, so.
Hug your amulets tight, ladies and gentlemen.
They're going to step out of that.
Is it time to put our head between our knees and kiss our butts goodbye?
Yeah. So all the conjurers, they line up and then they go, flame and burn! And this red orb, out of all of their hands, so 4 orbs.
Oh my god.
You guys are dead.
Launches forward to there and explodes 10 feet above the ground, hitting all 3 of you.
Did we just get quadruple fireballed?
Yeah.
You guys are dead.
A lot of deck saves.
That's 4 deck saves.
Did he hit the water elemental?
Cast it through the water elemental and nullifies.
Yeah, well, the water elemental will take the same saves. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
All right, so the DC is, let me double check, 14. Keep track of your own. And go ahead, Allie. Oh. Do you have evasion yet?
Ellie did well.
No.
Oh.
But I only took the...
I'm pretty sure I'm dead. Like, there's no way I survive this.
I don't think there's any way any of you survive this.
Fuck.
Jesus.
So dead.
So I have like
is it DC 14 or 13?
So do these
it's
technically
So I'm taking half from all.
Oh dang it. Those are in order, aren't they?
Yeah, they're in order. It is 13. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
Fuck.
Those are in order.
I could have survived if I had succeeded on the first roll, but
So
I'm
first
dead.
one.
Hold on, let me see if I got something.
Is it that you take that much damage all in one round, or just from one attack and then
One
you're dead?
attack.
One attack. But each one of those after you're at 0 is gonna make you fail a death saving throw. So
Yes,
if the
sir.
first one knocks you to 0, you're dead.
Fuck.
Fuck, you've succeeded the first one. What's your
Right.
HP at?
So that's 12 away. And then that would be, so I was at 20, and then it would be 8, and then minus 24. That would bring me down to 0. But
Mhm.
I have a relentless endurance that would bring me back up to 1 HP.
Hey, what is this? I'm not
Half-orc.
familiar. Half orc.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, and then the next one brings you down to 0,
And then
yeah. So the
he
second
only
one
fails one save.
and then you have one
Yeah.
failed save.
Yep.
Ugin, you
I'm dead.
take.
Like the first one knocks me to 0. The next 3 take me out.
Oh shit!
I could have prevented all of this, I realize now.
You son of
How?
Thought could have jumped off, and I could have featherfalled it.
you.
You
Oh.
son of a bitch.
That's way back there.
Yeah, that would have prevented a lot of this.
Okay.
Ellie, you saved all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So it takes 2 of them to drop me to 0, and then the other 2 I take fails on.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're at 2
Oh.
death saving throws.
Cock.
Ugin,
Why didn't the thing do anything?
you died. What thing?
The explosion on the vat.
It's about to.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Oh,
It's okay, guys. We're successful. I'm dying for a good cause.
I'm not dying for this fucking bullshit.
I'm not dying for this.
This is definitely how the Templars would have wanted to go out. I'm sure of it. Let's get out of here, Jack.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, still doesn't want to die. No, don't you fucking abandon us.
Far traveler.
We're only
There is
30 feet
0%.
away from you.
There's 0% chance I can save you guys and get out of here alive.
I mean, it's not like you can do any. Do you have any healing?
No.
Then yeah, there's no point in you coming back for us.
Fuck.
Oh,
I like fuck.
wait. Wait. Okay. You guys continue. I am going to whisper the DM.
Oh, okay.
We need
What
to.
are you
we
doing,
need to
Far
figure this out.
Traveler? Are you booking it?
I'm thinking.
This is intense.
This is intense. I don't want people to die. Damn it. What can I do?
We were doing so fucking good.
I know. What the shit? Fucking 4 fireballs. Good lord. What do I got? What can I do? What can I do?
I regret nothing.
Really
Well,
wish
rest in
fucking
lake
wild
beds,
magic-
guys. Rest in lake beds.
I really wish my wild magic surge didn't do something silly and turn blue. Fucking, she was
Welcome-
ridiculous.
Welcome to the risks of wild magic. Sometimes it's amazing, and sometimes it's like, why?
Did it literally just turn you blue? That was it?
Yeah. Like
Oh.
I look like what's his name from fucking why can I think of it? Guardians of the Galaxy. The guy that has a little arrow that he whistles at. What's his name?
Oh,
Yondu.
Yeah,
Yondu.
Yondu.
Yeah. So I look like that. Right, meow.
I am going to throw off my backpack and shield as a bundle, and move. Let's see, how far can you go? 25 there, plus another 35, get you 60. Differential between us is 15. I'm going to move, let's say up to the tunnel. That's
Okay.
what, 15. Then I'm going to proceed down the tunnel a further 25 and yell for Eject, we need to go, and actually ready in action to dash even further down the tunnel once he's close to me while grabbing him.
Okay.
Perfect. I've got an idea as well. Shit, I want to save them. Like, I don't want to. My God, I wish I had level 6.
Yeah, you and I are not good enough to recover this, unfortunately.
Yeah,
the best we can do is get out of here so there's not a TPK.
Yeah.
Ellie, that's a death saving throw. If you fail, you die.
Roll a 20. All we gotta do is roll a 20. You're fine.
Yeah, just roll a 20.
How do you just roll? Oh, just click this.
There should be the name death save. Oh,
fuck.
That's a failure.
So I like how roll 20 was like, hey, you guys are doing fucking awesome, but when it counts, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you're cool, fuck you, I'm out.
God. So
it all counted. That's why I'm saying we should leave, because our luck is out.
No,
yeah.
So the funny thing is, in my mind, when you kept on rolling 20s, I was like, well, I guess they're gonna die because they're using their 20s now, and this is roll 20. So okay.
Maybe the two of you can get back to the Templars, something, but this is just yeah.
So I'm hoping that they're gonna be like, oh, fucking Templars, and we'll stabilize these people. Or are they dead already, huh? Fuck, maybe they can.
At least 2 of them are dead.
Dead.
Resurrection.
Yep, resurrection.
Hey,
But
Ellie.
the problem is there's
Or
a pending
Nathan, you're gonna have to.
lava explosion that's probably going to consume their entire being.
Oh, okay. Right, the lava explosion that's consuming their entire being. Now that it's been around, from Ellie's turn. Oh wait, no, she fired after Ugin, so it doesn't happen quite yet. Earth Elemental.
At least we'll have taken out like a ton of fucking mages.
You see one of the conjurers talking to this elemental, and then it rushes to, let's see how far it can go, to here. And its long arms are extending towards Jekt, almost as if trying to grab him.
Run, boy!
Yeah. Hold on.
Let's see, they have a
10-foot reach.
Yep, 10-foot reach. Jekt, your turn.
Piss off.
It's right in front of you.
So, as he... I got this. This is going to be kind of fun. So, as he starts reaching for me, I'm going to cast Misty Step and Disapprove and appear behind Far Traveler towards the exit and just start fucking running. Just booking it.
Is that actually good enough to trigger my ready to action?
Yeah, the second he appears, you grab him and run.
Yeah, I move 40.
Yes.
So the two of you move 40.
I appear on Far Traveler's back. Just.
You guys book it 40 feet up. You're pretty sure you have another 40 feet to go, but you're getting away at this point.
Yeah, you can just assume that I'm just going to keep sprinting until there's a good reason not to.
I still technically have my movement.
Hey, Thok. Death save.
I'm going to skip to the third stage of grief. And I want to fucking try expending all my spell slots, spending all of my lay on hands, like using all my hit dice, all my channel divinity to try to like channel through my amulet, get some kind of fucking way I can get the fuck out of here.
I will
Divine
accept to
intervention
use
doesn't come to level 10.
every resource. You can use all your resources to become stable.
Okay, expending.
Okay.
My hit dice.
When this happens, hit dice, class feature, spell slots. I think that's everything.
Okay,
Inspiration, if
spell
you have
slots.
it.
All my spell slots, like I didn't cast any spells. I used both level 2s and all level 4s. I used all 5 of my hit die. I used 18 lay on hands and 1 channel divinity. And I'll also like suck your dick if you want.
There you go.
You stabilize, but you're unconscious.
Oh God, please.
It's a Red Queen AI.
Why?
Resident Evil.
Why you do
Jeez.
this?
You may roll. I will give you this. You may roll your death save, and on a 20, you'll be awake.
I will fucking destroy you.
All right, everybody, focus. Light candles.
This is
Send
the
your
moment
thoughts
we
and
need a
prayers.
20. We need a 20.
Why are you doing this, Matt? Doc has such a cool arc.
It won't end here. I promise. Roll.
Hey, wait, can you?
Oh,
No.
You're stable.
Roll 20 has destined it. Roll 20 has
God.
destined it.
I
This
want
tur-
to
this is-
fucking. How far can I dash? How far can I dash?
You're not awake.
No.
You are stable on the ground.
Your automaton needs to like just pick you up and start running.
Ugins.
Like safety or fail safe.
I'm
The
pretty
sad-
sure I am not concentrating on that.
The sad truth of it all is that
I don't know.
as
Does anything
Ugin
say
fell,
that dead people can't concentrate?
something like that, as Ugin falls, his contraptions break and shatter away.
This is
And
the
a hail of
saddest thing I've
fire, you
ever-
mean, right?
And then suddenly a hail of fire as the vat detonates, and the energy around it seeps into the earth, also detonating, causing a wave of lava to start filling the room.
So you remember your Cave of Wonders reference earlier?
Yeah.
We should have known.
You guys chose this fate.
I don't think he especially chose that 4 on that stealth check.
That's true. That fate was chosen for him by sadness and death.
Can this just all be a nightmare we have while we're dead? I casted Featherfall.
Would
You
my
guys suddenly
military
wake up.
rank apply to this situation?
A night hag is eating your dreams. No, that doesn't happen.
Expend your luck die.
All
Go
expended.
back in time.
We had to use all the luck just to get to this stage.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Oh God, that is just.
Lava starts to seep
Saddest
forward and
thing.
makes it about 15 feet before the water elemental's turn comes.
Matt.
That's my name.
I have a real, a serious roleplay reason that really works for why this can all just be a dream, and we can actually say I casted Featherfall.
You have
I
foresight.
can say
Oh,
I suffer an awful vision of that happening if I don't cast Featherfall in that
So is
one
this
moment.
is this like what's that vampire movie? The sparkly vampires. what's the name
Twilight?
of that? Twilight. Like that whole like end scene battle. Like just that.
I suffer awful visions of a coming disaster and will do anything to prevent it.
Sadly,
I think
this is not your
qualifies as a
disaster.
disaster, and I think this qualifies as me wanting to do something to prevent it. And all I have to change, all that has changed is not anything that dramatic. I just have to cast Featherfall.
This
Tread
was
brightly
not your
and lightly.
disaster.
That's not the worst excuse I have ever heard. That's not bad.
I
Right.
have an awful vision. We cut the session and we start again next time.
No.
It was worth.
Thou
Nice
art
good try,
a
man. That was a
cruel
good
and
try.
angry god.
Again, on the water elemental's turn, its conjurer speaks to it in Aquan, and live by the D20, die by the D20. And the water elemental moves forward and picks up Thok, surrounding his whole body except his head, and begins to drag him away.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got a bedtime.
I want to see this out.
Well, I mean, you need your rest so you can prep yourself for making a new character tomorrow.
Oh shit.
Apprentice's turn. It's either lava or devils, so I guess they choose devils. And they booked it the hell out of here, leaving their friend burned to death. The conjurers decide that their fate is more important as well, and shunt off. Actually, this guy couldn't make it much farther, so we're gonna have him go to here with Thok.
Oh God. Tell me he has a change of heart and goes the other way.
Far Traveler.
Still running.
Okay.
Still riding.
At this time, this will be interesting because I want it to be seen, but no, that's okay. So you guys, as you kind of look down to see the passing of your friends. You actually see someone that wasn't there suddenly appears, and the lava is all the way pushed back in. You see, if I can find my handouts, because there we go, that's the issue.
The lava pack.
Here we go. You see this man.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
I wonder what he is.
Well,
Vampire.
And he is casting some sort of barrier around the lava. And it seems like he has this utmost grace about it. As he casts it, he turns around and he moves towards Ugin and Ellie. However, you do not see anything beyond that.
Oh no.
Good, because
Oh,
I try not to run
no.
it through a wall.
Yes, you turn around and you start booking it. Ellie, you had passed. Earth Elemental actually moves over and starts collecting bodies. People don't notice that. Jekt, you are riding a Far Traveler. As you guys escape together, you see the two guards just sitting there like, dude, what's happening?
can't talk. Bye.
They just kind of shrug and look at each other and shrug. Okay, that's gonna end this combat.
Oh my God.
Oh Jesus, this is probably the saddest thing I've ever had to deal with in my life.
I mean, what full like Attack on Titan there? We went in, we were happy, and then everybody just started dying.
And then Dick Punch.
I still say I gave the most legitimate reason for why that should have not happened.
Can I bite my tongue and turn into a Titan now?
You are unconscious and a lot wet.
Yeah, I am.
I don't
That
want to keep you
sounds
guys
cool.
too long. There's going to be a lot of stuff that happens next session. Just, I have things to think about. I have things to plan. Guys,
Oh,
this
yeah,
was
I bet.
crazy. Thank you so much for playing this session. By far, I have a stupid smile on my face because I killed you guys. I feel bad and I don't. So, to the stream, thank you all for watching. Thank you guys again for playing. As always, stay classy.
Bye.
Bye.
Bad. I'm dead. Holy shit, that was good.